today. From Seattle, Washington.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Seattle. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try for the first with Walker, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Here's Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Off of play action, here's Smith, rolling to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. This is Fant on the short completion, and this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Throwing again is Smith. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 19-yard line. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. And going right back to Walker. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Brown. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. pushing it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Back to throw Darnold as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Darnold on 1st down. Fights through it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Addison will go in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. To throw is Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. Darnold from the red zone now. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there. But I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off for the touchdown now.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Aaron Jones.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
3rd and 3. Straight ahead, Walker.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing now is Geno. Escaping the pressure right. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Back to throw, Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. To the air again, Smith. Smith and Jigba with the grab. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll roll him out right.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Third and 2.
Again, Smith eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here in an Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Pass complete to Addison. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jefferson moving in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to midfield. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Faking the give, Darnold. Completes this to Addison out left. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first down throw, Darnold. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. Pass complete to Naylor right side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. To the air again, Darnold. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Smith on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back to Walker on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rolling to his right. Out right to Smith and Jigba. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Again, Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Darnold now to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now 2nd and 3. Darnold. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Again, Darnold. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here we go, 1st and goal. Darnold. And that's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Darnold. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they got one of the two touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Smith's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. Here's Walker. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Darnold. Completes this to Jefferson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down. Darnold to throw. Open man is Naylor. He's got it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Addison's got it. What a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressive.